Sorry. Puts down lock picking.
Does anybody know what was behind that door yet?
Lots of people were asking.
I mean, I know.
Did you?
What would you like
want to reveal it? Or do
you want to keep it a secret?
Because I like secrets, but it's up to you.
I mean, it was work for hire. It's Loading Ready Run owns that information. If you tell me to reveal it, I'll reveal it.
Ooh, that's hard. That's not really well. I guess it's more. Hey, Paul's here. Good, perfect. Paul's here. Yeah. He's the boss. I'm not making that call
for you.
It just means that you have to come up with something else if we want to continue on. Sure. What was behind the door?
So behind the door was time. You found the door. There was a trickle of gold fluid coming out through a crack right at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you touched the gold fluid and absorbed it, and you gained an experience point.
Yeah.
So if you had opened the door, this gold fluid would have flooded out, and you all would have instantly leveled, because there was just that much energy and whatever it is that gives you experience points.
Downside, you're now covered in molten gold and you're all dead.
Perhaps less interesting than that. What would have happened is that one of the NPCs that you had just played a session or two prior would have poked you out of floating in the gold stuff with a stick, and he would have been like, "Yes! The bounty is mine!" And you would have seen that he was undead with a big hole, because you may have killed the NPCs that I gave you to play.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they got impaled on trees.
I remember them, yes.
They were not good hang gliding.
No.
They were not good at hang gliding.
They were poor hang gliders.
Right. So then he would have been like, "All right, it only took me 6 months, but I found you!" And that's where we would have ended the session.
Oh no.
And then a new
Alright.
direction.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, a whole different thing.
That's really cool.
As far as I can remember, I think that's where I was going with that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, now you can...
TFW, the players do what you want.
Dale,
When your players think they've done what, think they've come up with an idea you didn't have.
Yes.
well, yeah, Dale's really good at the, bringing back, some guy you're like, oh, that guy died or that guy ran away. We'll never see him again. There's no chance of him showing up again. That's, it's going to come back and...
Alert.
That guy's going to come back and mess with you when you least expect it.
So maybe that's good storytelling, or maybe it's just me being lazy.
Either way.
Yeah. Well, because if a story, I know I've said this before, but if a plot is conflict and resolution, then you just got to get the players to generate your conflict, because they're also doing all of the resolution. Like, it's basically the DM's job to give you conflict so that you can resolve it. But if you also provide the conflict, then that's just gravy, and I can sit back and watch what you're doing while you pillow fight with invisible axes or whatever.
I feel like if I do this bad thing will happen. Sure.
All right.
Good on you. Thanks for doing my job.
A length limit for the poem? A page. Don't go hog wild.
Yeah.
Brief is good, and it doesn't have to
to
rhyme.
read more
How
than
much
100
time?
of them. So
Yeah, you want to read 100 pages?
I kind of do that
Yeah.
for fun, but like,
Sweet.
yeah,
Do you have time?
I will make time.
There you go.
I will go home and sleep, and then
He will create time out of thin air.
I will open the golden door. Open is the double door of the horizon. Oh, I'm tired.
Just TQ piecing out during that
Yeah.
thing. It's like, okay, and...
And later, just like, yeah.
So the door was...
Oh, shoebox warrior. That's fine. Don't
from
worry about it.
the Gith who created that whole complex back before, when they were still researching immortality.
Oh, okay.
The whole place, you may recall there were a couple of side passages you didn't take.
that whole complex was just a network of horrible things.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
like every path we went down, it's like, wow, that's terrible. Let's run away from that. We need more directions to run away to.
That did have one of my favorite points of this, like one of my favorite little character moments for me when I had basically been, every time I made a jump, I messed it up. Because I did not train athletics or acrobatics, right? So every time I'm jumping and landing, I'm barely making it every time. I'm really just worn out. The rest of you have all gone through to the thing. And I just loved coming into the room, slamming the door behind me, and just looking in the room and saying, don't open that, don't do whatever, who's that? Like, it was, I really liked feeling like I was just like, I've come in and like, I'm just giving orders now.
Well, because we were already over time.
Yeah, we just had to finish.
Yeah. Give me an out. Yeah, and the black and white elf was just trying to say, okay, just give me your fluids and I'll get you out of Chult.
Yeah.
Just
Get in these
give me your
pods.
fluids.
Yeah. What's
Get in
wrong
these
with that?
pods.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, get in my pod, yeah.
Hey Cam,
Yes.
what if you were to